It's gonna be the same RX-8. It's 2006. It's got about 21,000 miles. Like I said before, it's in mint condition. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. Oh my God, no rust. I just did the rear diff fluid. Now I'm gonna do the transmission fluid. And we'll go from there. Tranny fluid, it takes either GL-4 or GL-5, according to Mazda. Well, traditionally, I just put GL-4 in. GL-5 is mainly made for rear differentials. It has some special super secret sauce lubricants in it, which can damage the soft metals in most manual transmissions. Apparently, it's not a big deal for an RX-8, but since it gives me the option of GL-4 or GL-5, and I stock GL-4 for the transmission, that's what I use. Now, once again, I have my stats. It's for an RX-8. And we're looking at manual transmission. It takes almost 2 quarts. Transmission drain plug and the transmission fill plug. The drain plug is 29 foot-pounds. The transmission fill plug is 18 to 29 foot-pounds. So it's always nice to know the torque specs. It just makes more sense to do it that way. So I have the plugs loose already, because watching me loosen the plugs, oh God, how boring could that be? And it uses, in this case, I think it's a 24 millimeter socket. So top drain, that's the fill plug, drain plug, fill plug. You can see the starter there. Starters tend to be a weak point on some RX-8s. And so we'll loosen this thing. Sorry for the shadows. It's sort of the nature of trying to do it this way. I just like to record what I'm doing. And there's the plug. You see how it's sort of got a thick gasket? That's what the transmission plugs gaskets look like. Now you should have seen just a little bit of fluid coming out. That tells me we haven't lost any fluid from the transmission in the last 2 to 3 years. And like I said before, this thing has had, 200, 300 track miles, track days. And these are 20-minute sessions. You know, it depends on the track. And so now we're going to pull off this one, which has already been pre-loosened. And I may get a little funky as I try to capture the fluid in the Pyrex. Whoa, well, that didn't work out so well. There we go. Looks good. No big chunkies. We'll look at the magnetic drain plug. It's got some schmutz on it. We'll take it over to the bench and clean it up. Yeah. Minimal magnetic stuff, and that's true. You know, you change your fluids a lot, you're not going to get a big clump of stuff. And then I'm going to clean it with some Super Tech brake parts cleaner. Clean it up. Replace the gasket. Oh, I really dislike fluids, but yeah, that's life. So that's what we're looking at. I'll be back. All right, now the part number is Alpha 601-17117. This is for the transmission fill and drain plug. And what you'll notice about these is they're just a tad bit thicker than the differential plugs or drain gaskets or whatever you want to call them. So if you notice these two, the top one, where my finger is a little bit thicker than the bottom one. And the bottom one is the differential plug gasket. So I'm going to throw that away. This is the old one. I could probably reuse it, but once again, that seems like a pretty silly thing to do unless you have no choice. So this is the drain plug. You can see I cleaned it off with brake clean, which is what anybody would do. The torque specs we discussed earlier. Gonna fill it up. Talk to you later. Oh yes, it's April 25th, 2022, and it's a windy, cold day.